All right, so today's video, we're watching a plat Moira on King's Row. Now, best way to describe this game, just something interesting happens in this game, and that's basically the best thing I can say without giving away what will happen. So let's see what happens. We'll see how this goes. We got the Reinhardt versus Roadhog. Okay, off to a really good start there. Yeah, so in that situation, you don't have to necessarily play up there with your hog. Your hog is going to fall back, right? Like, if your hog stays up there and goes, why didn't you heal me? At that point, your hog is already not playing that the way you're supposed to. In a sense, like, you can stay a little bit further back to not be caught out in the middle. Just already, that's just something that I just noticed right there. Like, it seemed like you wanted to stay there just to heal your hog like you were healing a Rhine. But if your hog should be backing up, right? And then healing as they back away. So, your position was a little bit tough there, but that's why we have the front line support in the big card. All right, just watching the heals. This is one thing I'm noticing too is you also you're going more of the kind of just left click your teammate style here, and I think if you can find a better balance, so that way you can build up your, because remember your damage builds up your resources, right? Your damage builds up your resources, so that way you can kind of heal the way that you want to. But it's okay to throw it a little bit more damage and just sitting there and, like, trying to hold left click on your Roadhog, for example, when in reality, your Roadhog isn't necessarily going to need that. Be careful of getting hacked here again after your ult. Okay, you're good. You're good. So, like, your hog should not require a Moira to be holding left click on him the whole time. But, like, you can heal your hog, but, like, if your hog, you can heal your hog, but your hog isn't going to need you to hold your left click to just get rid of all of the resources you have. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's... Like, if your hog doesn't want to back up, then that's going to be on your hog. But that's... See, you know what I mean with your hog? Your hog took a lot of damage, but they were able to get out there. So... It's like... Try to find a better balance of how you're doing both this damage and this healing. If your hog decides to sit up there and get rolled, that's going to be on your hog. And that's what's happening. Anytime your hogs die right now, they get EMP'd. You're playing too far up. Like, that's where you're at with hog. Big slam? Okay, that was a nice shot. You can do anything about that one. It's just like one of those situations where you're just kind of... You can use a bit more of your kit. I think is a good way to explain it. All right. Okay with that for now. Watching. Okay, you have a free ult here because you don't have to worry about that if you want to. I should tell them to aim their orbs more efficiently too. I mean, I could, but have you ever seen me try to throw a healing orb? I throw that thing and it goes to Horizon Lunar Colony. So, no matter which way I throw that healing orb, it somehow just doesn't heal anybody and goes to the sky. So... I don't know how to, like... It very much seems like your playstyle is just trying to heal that hog, which I guess you almost have to, right? But, like, there's definitely going to be more value from just putting your damage orb into there. The hog is just running at them and face tanking. This is one of these situations where, like, if your hog keeps running at them and face tanking like that, it's going to be really difficult, especially on defense, to continuously make that play happen. There're going to be moments where it's going to work, but that's what your hog's doing. Your hog is just face tanking as hog. Like, running right into them and just being like, yep, here we go. Huge EMP. EMP's better now, it lasts 3 seconds, so big slam. Okay, see, there you go. That's more like it with the healing orb. You see that goes right to the skybox? Okay, here we go. What's the play? I'm okay with that damage orb. I was until I realized it went below the map. I'm okay with the idea of the damage orb. There we go. Now you're putting a little bit more damage output in. careful of this. There's a Sombra to your left. Like, okay, you're good. You're good. Okay, no, you're not. Been good timing on this one so far. Hey, y'all just got rolled. Big slam! Well, what we're watching right now, this is straight up, what we're watching right now is you just sitting there trying to heal up your hog, and then, like, that's pretty much it. Okay, now you have an Orisa, so you can go into a little bit more of that style now if you need to, right? Because the Orisa does not have the same self-healing that hog does, right? So this changes your play style. But when you have a hog, your hog is going to be able to heal and reduce damage pretty frequently, to the point where it's okay to throw spot heals and do that, but you can get more value out of just, like, doing what you're doing a lot of the time when you have a hog. Let's see what you do here. Let's see what adjustments you make. Okay, you heal an orb. That was fine. You can see your wrists up. Running out of healing resource now. This is where you're going to have to throw a damage orb. That's good. That's going to give you that resource a little bit. Remember, damage orb... it's fine. Damage orb gives you healing resource, okay? Sometimes it's okay to throw a damage orb in there to get that resource back if you're not able to get right-click damage in. For example, they're running the Reinhardt. You can't get that damage in output if they're holding their shield, but a damage orb will, right? So you can get that value out of that damage orb a lot of the time. So that's why I'm saying for you, I can already tell one of the things you can definitely work on is just how you balance your orbs more than anything. This is plat. Yeah, that is not on you. That is on your Orisa sitting in the middle of the open trying to face tank a Bob. Especially with the cooldowns that Orisa has, your Orisa should normally be fine there. Here we go. Yeah, this is flat. I'm telling you. Orisa just use Javelin spin like a Sigma. I mean, you can still use your Javelin just to stop the Bob for a few seconds, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Big slam! Off to a tough start so far. You can heal an orb if you need to. There you go. I'm okay with that healing orb. Nice. So I actually surprised you won that team fight. Good job. See, that's a situation where, like, if we're really looking at the orbs, you don't need to heal an orb that because everybody in the team's going to be full anyway. Throw a damage orb down there. Get a little bit of, you know, that 5%, 6% health charge sometimes that, like, you don't get can be like a huge difference maker. Straight up. It can be like a huge difference maker. Because, like, you do that 5 or 6 times, that's 30, 40% ult charge that you wouldn't normally have, and now you're able to rotate your ults a little bit. Alright, that is certainly... I actually like the idea of that healing orb because it bounces off those walls, but it's not going to get them. I really feel like you should just... If you want to play this style of, like, left-click Moira, get those damage orbs into that team there, so that way you can build up your resources to keep up with your playstyle. Because otherwise, you're going to keep having the same, like, rotation of you hold your left click down, unless one of them is really close to you, you don't build up your resources, just throw a damage orb in there, and it will give you the resources back, and then you're going to be able to constantly maintain that left click playstyle that you want to maintain. Right? And that's that. And then you can find that really good balance between heals and damage there, right? There you go. You got a damage orb in there, okay? Maintains your resources just enough, and that gives you more heals. I'm okay with the Moira ult. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's something needed to happen where your team hit buttons, and your team did. And I just heal them. You're fine. There you go. There you go. You can throw. You can don't even throw. Yeah, there you go. Damage orb. Nice. Okay. Find that balance. I'm telling you, you find that balance, you're going to be able to play the way that you want to play playstyle-wise more. Throw a damage orb. Like, I want you to, like, sit there and I want you to see that healing orb, and I want you to... when I say why, I'm not going, oh, why are you doing that? I'm asking you, like, when you're doing that healing orb, like, what is, like, the... What is the reasoning behind that orb? Like, what are you, like, is it going to keep your Zarya alive? Because you're still going to get more value out of that damage orb right away, because your Zarya is going to have the bubbles and back up. And keep in mind, that healing orb probably won't stick to your Zarya. Will probably bounce off 6 walls and go nowhere, which we just saw. And I'm not saying you don't use your healing orb. I'm saying you need to figure out the balance between using your healing orb and not having to just, like, heal for, like, 50 and then just fly off into the sky. You know what I mean? Damage orbs. Just damage orbs. Throw it right through. There you go. Perfect. See, that's what I mean. You have a damage orb that's getting you value, right? And then you're also building your resources up. So now you can play that play style that you want to play. Do you see the difference of, like, how these team fights are going? When you're able to, like, just throw in that little extra damage, you'd be surprised how ridiculous the damage orb can be. And, like, you'll get value you don't even expect to get. You'll be like, what just happened? You'll get 12% ult charge, and you'll get a random elim. So find that... That's on your Zarya. I do want to point out they have a D.Va now. Okay? There it is again. Okay, back to you. That's an ult that you use. This was certainly an ult that was used by your team. Yes, D.Va will get a little bit more value now. D.Va can eat your orbs. I will say, though, Hoopla, thanks for the gift this up. Thank you, appreciate it. I don't think that... my opinion, I don't think that D.Va will get the same value against your Moira orbs if... okay, if, say that your tank was on D.Va right now, and it was a D.Va versus D.Va mirror, I would see that D.Va getting more value against your orbs. But that D.Va has a little bit more to worry about right now than just the Moira orbs, because there's a Zarya on your team who can shred the D.Va. So playstyle-wise, that D.Va's going to have a different adjustment. Otherwise, they're just going to get shredded and taken out of mech system. And Hoopla, thanks for the 2 gifted Dennis. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. All right, a healing orb right into the D.Va matrix. Making sure it's working. Defense matrix is working. All right. Looks like we're going to try and heal up the cart as much as we can. Oh, yeah, looks like it's full HP. Should be good to go now. Damage orb. Perfect. It's fine that it got eaten. I just want you to get the idea of, like, balancing these orbs. Damage orb. Perfect. Good job. Damage orb. That's a healing orb, but we'll take it, I guess. Well, there it goes. It's going over there to say hi to everybody. Okay, nice job. A little bit better. Your team ended up rolling there. I think that their hero selection there ended up helping your team. Keep in mind, because chat's gonna be like, what do you mean? I've watched you play D.Va, and you'll play D.Va against Zarya. Keep in mind, that's different team comps. I'm playing at a different style. You probably won't quite frequently see me go D.Va versus Zarya on King's Row. Gibraltar? Probably. Dorado? Probably. Oh, obviously not on third point. You can play D.Va in a lot of situations against Zarya, especially when you can kind of, like, track bubbles from a different way and just not right in front of them. But that's a situation where that kind of played into your team's play style, which was super nice. You're going to watch this if it becomes a video? I mean, all my spectators usually go on YouTube, so definitely worth it. If you watch right now, make sure you're subbed to all the YouTubes. People who like ranked also, the third channel is going to start having pretty consistent uploads there of ranked games and, like, gameplay and stuff like that. So if you like that, make sure to check it out. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. All right, they switched to Sigma now. Good damage orb, by the way. You hear that? You don't even know what's going on with that damage orb right now, but you're getting value. I'm okay with this healing orb because you saw the HP, but I also want you to look at your resources. So it technically could have been okay to throw a damage orb in there and then catch up on the resources to be able to heal your Zarya. So, oh, there goes the healing orb, just seeing what's going on over there. That was certainly some gameplay. Nice. All right, that worked out. Good job by your Ashe taking high ground, too. Is that your Ashe up there? Yeah. No, wait. Your soldier, excuse me. Your soldier took high ground. And Ashe took it. Now you're in overtime, so this could be good. Throw a damage orb down there. Okay, I mean, that's probably going to do damage. You won't even know. See what I mean, though? You don't even see them. You just picked up 3% ult charge. You're going, 3% ult charge? That's nothing. I'm telling you right now, sometimes that 3% ult charge is the difference between you getting an ultimate in time here and not getting an ultimate when you need it. You end the round at 97% ult charge, and that 3% would have been the difference. There you go. Now I want you to, once again, see the value you're getting from your damage orbs and how your resource meter is staying up and higher more than it usually does because of those damage orbs. Like, you're getting a lot of value out of that orb. And that damage orb will complement your play style that you have, which is throwing damage orbs off, or healing orbs off of walls. Instead of doing that, you can throw a damage orb off a wall. It will find somebody. Sometimes it will do damage, and you'll be able to... Look at that. You just got an assist. Look at that. Don't get off that cart. I think are you the only one on cart? I can't tell. All right, well, that's that. Nope. Oh, your teammate recognized it. Ooh, yep, rock. Nice rock. Nice. Yeah, someone on their team isn't there now, too. Someone left. Did they lag out or did they leave is the question. Let's find out, actually. Who left? It was the Ashe? Oh, they lost the point and just left. Okay, now we know. Apparently they just were mad they lost the point and then just left. They're like, oh, no, that's it. That's game over. Yeah, I don't think that was a lag out. I think the floating Moira orb, that's just reminding you. See, even the game in spectator mode is reminding you, use this orb. This orb can result in a victory. Use this orb more often. But yeah, that's no fun. The thing is you know what? Like, want a hot take here? I still think their team can win this 4v5. Especially with this Moira we're about to see. Get ready. Nice damage orb. Love to see it. Okay, never mind. Now here's the question. Oh. Okay, not bad. Yeah, they all just left. That was the game. You just won. Good job there. Nice defense. That's a feels bad. Basically, it looks like one of their teammates just left, and that was that. Which it's a feels bad because you could tell that it wasn't like a lag out. They were just like, oh yeah, we lost the first point, game's over, GG's, and they left. Just a reminder, and we talked about it, you got to work on your balance a little bit of like where you're at with your damage orb and your healing orb. I think if you improve in that, you'll actually see even more value out of what your play style was in this game. You can benefit from that for sure. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, sub to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. A lot of awesome videos on there. If you would like to submit your own spectate, and look in the description below. In the description is my Discord. That's where you'll do that. Follow everything in the description if you haven't, though. A lot of stuff on there you can follow. That's what I got. We record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat right there below the webcam. With that being said, I hope you have an amazing day/night.